Christmas party, December 1994. Everyone's just sitting around eating, waiting for everybody else to arrive. This is our living room. There's our Christmas tree.
And there's our house. I can see.
You can add something there.
I can see Santa Claus cookies. Turn it on.
There's our kitchen where everybody's in there eating.
The party wasn't as boring as it looks now. It gets hopping right there.
And this is at the very beginning of it. Here's one of my most favorite. I was gonna show that lumpia. There it is. Here's one of my favorite foods, lumpia.
Where's it made from?
Tell me.
Philippines.
Why do you ask questions like that?
That's my supervisor right there, that guy there on the left, Leo.
Who cares? We're at McDonald's and Hatch. You guys full?
Yeah. But don't me. I'm not.
Ricky thought she's kind
Here's Bill. He's getting off a mid.
Tired.
And Jenny. Huh?
Film behind the
film right here where it says Nugget here. There's the Fantasy Dome, that round thing. That's where the amusement park is. Okay, put it on pause and film some more when I get in there. He's a Cajun. Look at all these rabbits. It's the same cage. Look at that little thing. Just shines all down through there.
Why you got that one? Yeah, 'cause I want to rabbit.
Did you? Oh, here's some more over here. He's pretty. That one way back there. He's pretty. He's a big one.
That's a big one. Look at that one.
I like him. That's a real pretty rabbit, isn't it? You cute?
Really? Who's going to win the Super Bowl?
Huh?
Who's going to win the Super Bowl?
49ers. Niners.
By how many points?
100 is it?
Ready to go? Okay.
have your attention here. Okay. Oh, I dropped it. No, don't look at the name, don't look at the name. I dropped it. Okay. I'm here today to present the Player of the Week award to one of these young players over here. And I'd like to read what the coach wrote about the player. So if you bear with me, I'll give you a few words about this player. This player is an ideal player for any coach. His unselfish play make all his teammates perform better. His best aspect of the game is his defensive skills. He always defends against a playmaker for the opposite team. While aggressiveness is his mainstay, his sportsmanship for the game seems to go unnoticed. He never gets angry at an official or an opponent, but when he does get mad, he gets mad at himself. He realizes that a game cannot be won by one player alone. He and his teammates must work together. He's an avid supporter of the youth programs at the Southwide Air Base. He participates in all the sports. He attends all the special functions at the youth center. And he understands the dangers of drugs, alcohol, and cigarette smoking. And he's always curious about the roles of the security police, fire department, and the base commander. So at this time, we would like to honor the Player of the Week, Tyler Bailey.
Yay!
So on behalf of Miss Mason and Mary, we'd like to give you this certificate and give you this type of card. And we'd like to take you over here to take a picture so you can go hang it up, okay? Yeah, let's go right over here. Red for red. Red for red.
can't tape this year.
Jenny does cheerleading too. I
Good job, Tyler. Get it, Tyler? Shoot it, Billy, shoot it! Get it, Tyler, get it! Good job, Tyler. Good job, Tyler. Good job.
Shoot, Tyler, shoot! That's it, good job. Good job, good job. Good to go, guys, way to work. Put your feet out. Put your hands fairly close together. Elbows go straight back. Okay.
You gonna go swimming tomorrow?
Yeah.
Show me how you swim. Great. Wait, honey. Brookie, let go. Tread in the water. Brookie, let go. Get another one, Brookie. Brookie, put it down and get one. So I can see. Okay, get it. Oh, she got them both at the same time. Scooter just got, let me see her bow. Scooter just got back from the groomers. Is that pretty, Ricky?
Hi, Missy. Hi, Boomer. Hi, Shorty. And Buddy.
Okay, let Scooter go. Let's look at her. Come here, Scooter. You get in your cage. Let me see. Go on, Scooter. Call her, Brookie.
Scooter, come on.
There's Brookie and Scooter.
You look pretty.
Come on.
Brookie, look at Mommy. Come here, Scooter.
It's got this with it.
Brookie, come here.
Yeah, go this way so Mama can see you.
Hey, Brookie. Where's Scooter? You gonna put that in Scooter's hair?
Scooter.
Scooter. Scooter, come here. Here, Scooter.
No way.
Scooter.
Yes, you are. No, I'm not. Yes,
Scooter.
you are. No, I'm not. You're a big boy girl. You're a boy girl. Boy girl. Boy girl.
Rickie's getting ready to go to a birthday party. Scooter? Are you choking her?
No.
Stand up so we can see your dress. Scooter. What? Turn around, Brookie. Okay.
Stay back here, you doggy.
You going to William's birthday?
Yes?
You want a drink?
No, thank you.
Say bye. You guys, I thought you were gonna say hi to somebody.
Oh, yeah. Say it.
You gonna say hi to?
Missy.
Who else?
Shorty.
Who else?
Boomer.
Who else?
Shorty.
And Pepper?
Yeah, Pepper. And what's this dog's name? Cat. Not
Shadow?
Yeah. That's not Shadow, that's Buddy.
Yeah. Let Scooter go.
Shadow Buddy.
Up on your toes. Reach up. Good job, Brooke. Oh, look at all these things. Climbing to the ceiling. Keep your hands to your side. Now roll your head around really slowly. You don't want to get dizzy.
Good. Keep going. Around and around. Yeah.
nose up to your ears. See if you can touch your ears. Yeah. All right, put them down. Right in. All the way up to your ears. And then put them down. Come all the way up. You get a somersault? Do a somersault. Yeah, one on in and out. And then back up and down.
This is the gymnastics room. This is a bad game for Brookie and William.
Look at the kitty!
Yeah.
Alright, what's this?
Like a frog.
Frog. Who's ever had frog legs?
I do.
You have frog legs? Everybody got frog legs.
Move like a bird.
Alright, everybody fly around the room. Fly around the room. Good birds, alright.
Move like a snake.
Ooh, let's do the snake. I don't like snakes. Stay away. Stay away, William. Stay away. I don't like snakes. I don't like them. Ah, good, it's over. No more snakes.
It's so much fun. Move like a monkey.
Monkey? Where's what a monkey acts like?
I don't know.
I bet you monkey. Oh, I hear it again. Nobody ever acts like a monkey. Good animal, you do. Yes, you.
Okay, one.
Sorry, Steve. I got you on my way to William. Everybody done out? Ready? We gotta wait for Nadine.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
Not yet, guys.
Exercise.
That is a game that's kind of neat.
All right, make big circles.
It's about the beat. But when you hear the music quit, so once you move a bit, then you can dance any way you please. This is what they call the freeze.
Ooh. All right, little circle. Freeze. Are you cold now? All right, think of another name.
Number 4.
You freezing? Oh, they're happy.
Number 8.
Can you throw it to touch the ceiling with her?
Like the sky.
There you go. So bounce all the way down and all the way back. Follow?
Bend your body down, put your arms back.
No, go way down there for her. Go way down there. You bounce all the way back, baby. No, all the way to the wall. There you go, Joe. Now, bounce down. Put one again.
Keep your hands up high. Make a mountain like that.
Brookie, you bounced to bubbles. Bounce to bubbles. Right here, Brooke. Bubbles, right there.
Stretch your soul.
Francis, bounce, Jessica.
You do your best when the dishes open up your.
Hey, Brookie, get off.
Right here. There you go, Bob. So bounce off
Put your hands up, skinny top, nice and tight.
Oh, Natalie. 1, 2, 3, up to the ceiling. And then down to the floor. Oh, now in, Nadine. We got it for everybody. Where is she? There she is. Okay, wait for me to tell you. You ready? 1, 2, 3, up to the ceiling. And now everybody in. Okay, everybody out. Oh, there's one right there. Oh, no, just one, Frank, just one. Okay, we're going to lift it up, and when I call your name, you get to run underneath and all the way through, okay? Does
Okay.
everybody understand? When I call your name, you run underneath. We're going to let Jessica show us, okay? Because I think you understand what I'm saying. Okay, like 1, 2, 3, up, and I'll say, Jessica! She runs all the way through. Okay? Does everybody understand?
Yes.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, up. William! Run before we get you! Okay, can you go get your handle? You can go over there and grab it. Can you get on? Okay. 1, 2, 3, up. Francis! Run! Brooke, run! Run! Before we catch you! Okay. 1, 2, 3, up. You don't know, it's
Wait,
really
come on
big.
yet.
So I bet a lot of people could
Okay.
have a little piece of knowledge.
I bet everybody could blow the candle.
They all went in
Reactions
the
to the quake were varied. These situations can be frightening for both newcomers and quake veterans alike.
First, I was sitting right here in the CQ office as the first tremor started to hit, and I was on the phone, And my initial reaction was, here's another tremor, this is going to be no big deal. And then it really hit hard. And the person I was talking to, I said, I gotta go. I gotta find a doorwell to get into her doorway.
I was in the emergency room. I had taken one of my troops down there. She wasn't feeling too good, and I was sitting there, and it started shaking. So I tried to play it cool. I just said I'm gonna just chill out and watch TV, and then the TV started shaking. It looked like it was gonna fall down. So I was like, no more playing it cool here. I was like, grabbed the chair and started feeling a little dizzy after that.
Coming up after the break, we're going to take a look at the product damage at the Commissary BX and Class 6. Stay tuned. A lot of product damage due to last night's earthquake at the Commissary, Base Exchange, and the Class 6. Cleanup crews reacted immediately to the quake, but the damage will take some time to clear up. Some APHIS facilities may be closed for several days as the cleanup continues. Staff Sergeant Bucky Rudolph was at the scene to get a look at the aftermath of last night's earthquake.
On our reports last night, we showed you the damage at the commissary caused by the earthquake, and this morning we took our cameras to a couple of APHIS facilities to assess their damage. The damage affected all parts of the main exchange, to include the sonic boom section, where televisions and stereos took a big beating, the shoe department, where displays came off the wall, the cosmetics section, and the crystal section. Serious damage also occurred in the warehouse, which is an area a lot of people don't get to see.
The main damage was possibly in the warehouse, where we had a water main break, and we have a lot of water damage throughout the store. The warehouse is the main area we had all the water damage.
Monetary figures have not been determined as far as losses are concerned, and it'll probably be a couple of days before some APHIS facilities even reopen.
I don't think we'll open the main store for at least 2 days, probably Saturday or Sunday. I wouldn't hold any hopes before Saturday. Damage, how much damage and merchandise damage, we have no estimate at this time. It's going to be massive.
Are we talking 500,000, maybe $1 million?
No, you're not talking anywhere near $1 million. Probably altogether, with all the stores combined, probably about $500,000 worth of damage.
The Class 6 also suffered severe damage as most of the shelves collapsed during the quake. Mr. Pravinsky added the two shopettes also sustained considerable damage and will hopefully reopen tomorrow. Staff Sergeant Bucky Rudolph, FEN News.
The last time Misawa experienced a large earthquake, Misawans with personal property damage were able to file claims to get compensation through the base claims office. Army Sergeant Ron Lee has the story on what base residents can expect this time around.
When talking earthquakes around Misawa Air Base, most folks will tell you, ride it out and protect your most prized possessions. However, last night's earthquake wasn't your typical tremor, and reactions around base were anything but typical. Many prized possessions were sacrificed for protection of life and limb. Trinkets, statues, vases, and trophies are just some of the collectibles that crashed to the floor last night, and the truth is, sometimes those things just can't be replaced.
No, it can't. It can't. A lot of the things that we got for the kids that's broken won't be able to replace because we've gotten them from other countries that we've been to, and it'll be hard to replace.
As you would expect, those feelings are shared around base. But as Captain Teresa Davis of the Misawa Air Base Legal Office explains, the process of compensation is a long one, but one that will be given the utmost priority.
The biggest job now is cleaning up the mess, repairing the damage, and getting on with business as usual. Tune in to Muscle Radio for information on base facility hours and reopening dates. Sometimes a little planning can make all the difference in a situation like the one last night. You should have a battery-operated radio with a supply of fresh batteries. Last night, much of the base was without power for a length of time, and for those without electricity, the radio was the only source of emergency information, damage reports, and other vital news. It's also a good idea to have a supply of bottled water in case water mains are ruptured or service is interrupted. When an earthquake actually hits, make sure your cooking and heating appliances are all turned off. Then take shelter under a doorway or sturdy piece of furniture that can shield you from falling objects. The most important thing to remember during an earthquake or any emergency situation is to stay calm. People outdoors during a quake should get in an open area to avoid being hit by falling power poles or other debris. Also, stay away from power lines and ruptured mains. Those reminders can make you better prepared to deal with an earthquake should one occur again. That's all for our special edition of FEN News. Stay tuned for the FEN News Year in Review coming up next. And
22. In over 30 basketball, the SPs beat Civil Engineering 56-42. Lamb was responsible for 27 of those points. Trans knocked off Medgroup 59-52. The 13th blew by NSGA 48-33. MXS was 7 better than the 14th, and Charlie smashed OSS 58-39. Bailey did most of that, smashing with 35 points on the night. In racquetball action, MXS blanked OSS Guam.
Despite the snow and the cold, flag football playoffs went ahead as scheduled this weekend and saw the crowning of the flag football champion. Staff Sergeant Bucky Rudolph has the story along with a rundown of intramural basketball action.
Able went into Saturday's play needing 3 wins to nab the championship. Their first challenge came against Spacecom, who with less than 2 minutes to go trailed 7-2 and were inside Able's 10. After repeated tries, Able's defense shut down Spacecom after a couple of sacks and held on for the win. Able advanced to the championship round against Charlie and needed 2 wins for the crown. They scored 2 touchdowns in the first 4 minutes and cruised to an easy 18-6 win. Despite the valiant effort made by Able, it just wasn't meant to be, as Charlie rebounded and took the championship after a 13-6 win in the tiebreaker. Congratulations goes out to Charlie. In women's basketball action over the weekend, VP1 dropped their first 2. Tonight's weather update. I'm Navy journalist John Schreiber.
The intramural men's softball championships were crowned Saturday night. Air Force Staff Sergeant Scott Stover reports that the single elimination tournament was tough for some and upsetting for others.
In the clash of East and West divisions, the Civil Engineers swept past the 14th Fighter Squadron 8-4. Charlie, the East Division regular season champs, knocked off Medical Group 10-9. Company E grounded the 6920th Electronic Security Group 10-6. And NSGA, the West Division regular season champs, flew past Dog 10-5. In the semifinals, Charlie blasted the Civil Engineers 14-7, and Company E, in an upset, blew by previously undefeated NSGA 14-9, setting up Charlie and the Company E Marines in the championship game. In that game, Charlie didn't waste any time, going up 2-0 in the first inning. Company E attempted to make a comeback, but their bats went cold, and Charlie made some great defensive plays. In the top of the third, Charlie exploded for 5 runs, making it 7-0. It stayed that way until the 5th inning when Jeff Bailey put a home run off the left field light pole. Charlie added 2 more before the inning was over to lead 10-0. Charlie scored the last run of the game in the 6th inning, winning the game 11-0. In post-game ceremonies, NSGA received a plaque for being the West Division regular season champions. Company E received trophies and a plaque for being runners-up in the base championship, and Charlie was recognized for winning both the men's regular season East Division and the base championship. Air Force Staff Sergeant Scott Stover, FEN Sports.
Tomorrow, Beth Hillier will have scores.